it and then I messed it up. Let's see if we can pull it apart real quick. Well, no, we'll just leave it messed up. I'll fix it. I will fix it. All these mistakes, or so-called mistakes, they can be fixed, right? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so this, I'm going to have to take my glue under here like such. See, it's a good thing I messed up, because that way I can show you how to fix it, right? We got glue coming out. That's okay. We just don't want to glue those parts together. And it doesn't matter if it gets on the cardstock, because it does glue, or it does dry clear. So that's not an issue. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to be. Now, see, it will paper clip onto our, and then it hangs over. Isn't that nice? Now, if you don't want to do a tab part, which I like the tab part, if you don't want to do a tab part, what you would do is you would fold this, when you were doing your folding, you would be sure to fold this all the way down to, you would fold it all the way down to here. And then if you did that, it would go flush to the page. See how it's flush? Or basically flush. So that's how you do that. Now, let's finish gluing. So I'm pretty sure I once again left you guys hanging on a sentence that I was trying to complete. That didn't happen. That didn't get completed. And I don't know what that sentence was. So if I could hear you, you would need to tell me. But I can't hear you. Oh, I think I was telling you that I needed to get out and do some yard work. I'm going to try and do that today. What I want to do is I want to spray grass killer around the edges where I have to trim. Well, I don't trim. My lawn guy trims. But I don't like the way he does it. So I want to do that. Grass killer the way I always did when I mowed. I think I'm going to put my ink on this side. Not ink. This isn't ink. This is glue. I'm going to put my glue on this side. And I want to tell you about sewing some more. But I want to show you what I want to tell you, so hold on a minute here. When you're at the gluing phase, when you're at the stitching phase, which is before you do the decorating phase, you want to stitch, you don't want to stitch this tab here. So what you want to do is you want to stitch along this edge all the way down, all the way down. This is going to be straight, right? And then you want to come around this edge here and all the way back up to there. And then let me see here. How do we do this? And then, let's see. And then around here. So you don't want to do this tab, but you want to do all the other edges. So start here, go all the way down, go around there, go back up, and then come across here. And that'll make it look nice and see, this is going to be under there. That'll make it nice and look nice and finished off. You could, if you wanted, you could start here if you wanted to. I think that'd be fine. You can do it either way. Okay, so now that I told you that, I'm going to show you how to do the eyelets. Well, you know how to do eyelets. I don't really have to show you. I'm going to, since I'm not going to be using this glue anymore, I'm going to put my, excuse my reaching over you. If I can find it here. I bet I won't be able to find it. Nope. I don't find it in there. Well, I'm going to put a piece of tape on top so it doesn't clog up. I just got it unclogged right before I started videotaping. And I don't want it to clog up again. So we'll do that. Okay, so let me get my little thing here. This little contraption. Crocodile. All right, so on these, I don't have very many colors of eyelets, but I do believe that I would like to have I've got this color here. I don't know if I can grab a hold of them. I don't know if this is, I guess that's a brass color. We want those. And those are, I'm going to put this over here. Those are, the ones that I have are the larger ones. The ones that are, where does it say here? I know it says on here someplace. I think they're 3/8 inch. But I don't see where it says. And I don't know what made me think that. But anyhow, they're the larger ones. I don't have any of the smaller ones. So I want this one to go over here. And I like to make sure it's away from the edge, because every time I see people put them in close to the edge, I'm afraid it's going to tear through, and I don't want mine to tear through. And These things don't want to come out when the paper's wet. So now this one went over here on this. I don't want to do that one yet. I want to fix that. This one I want on this side. Okay. I just cleaned my table, my workspace, and it's all, maybe I didn't clean it well enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do to fix that is I've got some little strips of lace that I'm going to use to cover up well, where did they go? Maybe I'll try this. And you know, if I put the lace on here, I may not want to put an eyelet in. That's kind of cute. I've got another little piece. Where'd it go? Well, actually, I've got several pieces. Some of them are wider than others. I think that one's too wide. And I thought I had another real narrow one. But I don't see it. Unless maybe it's in my little package. Might be in here. I got a few in here, little bits. I've got more bits I need to put in, but let's see. I don't really see anything. Oh wait, what about this? Maybe that. Let's see if that looks good. I like that. I think I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for that. So, I don't have anything planned for supper yet. I think I'm going to, I might have Mexican. Mexican's one of my favorites. Is that coming out? I don't think that's coming out yet. No, it's not. Is it gonna come out? Oh, it's gonna be real finicky here. Don't want a whole lot, but I do want a nice wide area of coverage because this lace is kind of wide. Trying to see if it's got a specific front or back. I think that's the front. Okay, so I think I'm gonna position this to where that one little flower piece is pretty much in the middle. Press that down with my little presser. Cut off these little edges. Whoops, look at that, I'm magnetized. I guess these are supposed to be magnetized, I don't know. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, huh? I like it. Okay, let me put these little bits in my container with the little bits, because I might use those somewhere. Oh, I hear thunder. Maybe I won't get to go outside after all. I think that's thunder. Okay, so let's get these little dudes in there. I'm fumble fingers. I don't know. Oh, I know what I do. Every time I do that, I kind of lock it. The first couple of times I did it, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I couldn't get it open. But what I do is I lock it somehow or another when I squeeze down. Ouch. Did you hear my knuckle pop? Okay, there we go. So we'll get this thing put back up. Put up that eyelet so I don't lose it. Okay, now I'm going to put some, not this, I'm going to put this over here with my bits and pieces. There's this one that's done. Then I've got 3 different pieces of stuff that I thought I might put in there. I don't know which ones I want to choose though. And then I've got this here Sari silk stuff. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the Sari silk for one of them. And I got this from, this is called Ranger, Ice Resin by Ranger. And I got this thing for $1. I was buying some ink that was on sale, and this was on sale for $1, so I thought, what the heck, I'll go ahead and get that. Even though I don't really use these colors much. I mean, like, I'm probably not going to use that blue color, but the brown and the beige I'll use probably occasionally, like for instance now. And let me trim this part off a little bit so I can get it through the eyelet. Probably gonna have to trim off some bits even after I get it tied on there. Well, like I told you earlier, I'm fumble fingers. Found that out when I was downstairs fooling around with my sewing machine. I had to thread the needle. I was surprised I could actually thread the needle. My problem was getting a hold of the thread after it got through the needle and pulling it out far enough to where it wouldn't come out of the needle. After about 3 attempts, I was able to get it done. Okay, so there's that. Now I think that's fine with just one tie. I don't think I need to put a knot in it. But I do think I need to trim it up a little bit. So, I'm going to trim this like that, and trim that like that. So there's that one. I'll put these in with my little bits to save for another project. And then I have this little bit of a ribbon. I also have, let's see, I got another kind of ribbon. Let me go over here and get it. It's hazardous over here on this side of my desk because this is where all my stuff is handy. Okay, so I've got this ribbon. This might be nice. I don't know what's doing over there. I have to put it in my little bits. This is short enough of a thing that I consider it a bit, a little bit. So, if you guys got your dinner plans all set, if not, you'll get it figured out eventually because you're going to have to eat today. Okay, I think one tie is good on that too. Some of these others that I did, I tied twice, but I don't think it was really necessary. I think once is plenty. I want to trim this side up just a little bit. There, that looks okay. All right. So let's get this over here in my little bits container. My little container is sectioned off. I got real tiny bits in one section, medium-sized bits in another section, and these bigger bits are in a third section that's a little bit bigger. Actually, it's a lunch container. I used to use it when I took my lunch when I was working full-time. Okay, so these are the three that we made together, right here. I think they're very cute. I think you can see that probably okay. I do see something here that I don't like very well. See this glare right down here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to avoid that 100% of the time. And we have this one. Still a little tacky. And then, well, let me use this paper here. So then when we put it on, they slide on real nice. They're very easy to slide on. I can see where I probably should have put my eyelet up closer to the edge up here. But I didn't, and it'll be okay. They'll just hang out a little more. Let's see, they could go down that, well, not quite that far. They could go down as far as this one here. So you'll want to be mindful of that when you're making them if you don't want them to be like this, far out. But these, I don't mind, because these are going to be sticking up above the page. And I want them to stick up above the page. So that'll be fine. So I did these three. We did these three together. We completed 4 up to the inking phase on 2 of them. And then these are what I did by myself. I did these yesterday. This one is one of those from the Bohemian Crafter. This one I kind of think is, either I put this together wrong, completely wrong, or else I think it's designed not quite right. Because my idea is this should go on my page like this, right? Well, if I put this one on there like this, this is upside down. So to make it be right side up, need to put it on there like this. And I don't think this this tab, the printed part of this tab, I don't think should be on this side of the page. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's how she wanted it to be. Okay. So that's from the Bohemian Crafter. This one is one that I made from a Shabby Dabby Doodah digital. This one's from the Bohemian Crafter. Put an eyelet in there and then a little piece of green ribbon, and I didn't tie the green ribbon, but I tied it together with 6 strands of just a full embroidery floss. Then this one is the Bohemian Crafter, and I messed up here, and I could tell I messed up, so I put this washi tape on there, and I don't think you can tell so bad that I messed it up. This one is one of mine. Actually, this is from the same print here. No, it's not. This is one of hers. And I didn't ink this one. I didn't ink any of the, I don't think I inked hardly any of the ones that I did yesterday. Well, that's not true. I inked all but 2 of them, I guess. 3 of them. I didn't ink this one either. I inked that one. I inked this one, I guess. Okay. So here's another one that I messed up, right? Made that yesterday. This one I did correctly. And this one I messed up, and that's why these ribbons are on there, and that's why the washi tape is on there, because I put the flap, this flap here, on top rather than underneath, if you know what I mean. So those are the ones that I got completely put together yesterday. And then I'll put these back in my little container that I had them in. Hopefully they all fit now, since I have 3 more. Yeah, they fit. Okay, cool. And then I have all of these in the makings. This one I've just got folded, and I see I've marked the inside long, short, and then they would go under there like that. I think she designed these for small paper clips, and I misunderstood her in her video, and I think I folded this for long paper clips. Let me see. I think I folded most of them for long paper clips. Well, no, I guess I didn't. I think I'm going to do them like that. I think that looks better than like this. 'Cause there you're covering up that. Okay. So I know how I'm going to do those. Then I have these. Should I do those the same way, I wonder? No, those aren't covered up, so I'll do them like that. And I did these.